Marriage and Andrew Tate don't come in the same sentence. However, Andrew Tate is softening his stance and might prefer getting hitched soon. Welcome back to the channel, amazing people. Today we've got some wild news about our very own top G, Andrew Tate, that's gonna make your head spin. Now, usually when we talk about Tate, it's to discuss the latest controversial opinion or legal troubles. Currently, he is under house arrest and he has a human trafficking, domestic violence, and rape allegation charges leveled against him. Therefore, he is giving many interviews and tweeting from his luxurious Mojo Dojo Casa house. But this time, we've got some piping hot gossip about Tate's love life. Yes, we managed to put Tate and love in the same sentence. Astonishing, isn't it? It seems even the infamously commitment-phobic Andrew Tate might be open to settling down someday. I'm still trying to process this bombshell, folks. Now, despite being a flag bearer of patriarchy and misogyny, Andrew Tate knows how to woo a woman. In fact, he often gives tips to guys regarding how they can approach women and get their numbers or Instagram IDs. Successfully, every time. He also has confessed that he dates multiple women at a time. He also confessed that he has many women in his life. So, looks like Andrew Tate has always been a playboy who would rather be with multiple women at once instead of committing to just one and ensuring exclusivity. Well, as he gets older, Andrew realizes that he needs to settle with one girl and marry her. See, Tate was doing an interview with Candace Owens recently, and she asked him if he would ever get married. Now, if you know Tate, you'd expect him to laugh in her face or go off on some rant about how marriage is a scam. But Tate instead actually admitted that he thought about it. He said, "Younger me would say no, absolutely not, but as I got older, maybe I'm getting a bit softer. Maybe I think sometimes you do need to make a decision based purely on love and have faith in your love to say I don't care what the government's gonna do about this, because I truly believe in us. I think we're gonna make it." Let me pick up my jaw off the floor real quick because this is not what I expected to hear from the guy who literally moved to Romania in part to avoid gold diggers looking for divorces and alimony. Tate's whole brand is built around being this stoic, macho top G who sneers at romance and emotional connections. His Hustlers University teaches men to be these calculated, unfazed alpha males who view women as distractions or conquests, not loving partners. In his previous podcast, you can see him disagreeing with the overall concept of marriage, thinking that men need exclusivity but women don't. Also, I don't think there are many women who would be thrilled about marrying someone like Tate and growing old with him, but as you know, guys like him often get the girl they want, despite their highly visible, alarming red flags. Despite Tate's controversial views about women, relationships, and marriage, here he is getting all sentimental about finding the one and making the leap of faith into a marriage. It's honestly kind of adorable, but it's also kind of confusing coming from someone as cynical about love as Tate. I can just picture it now. Tate standing at the altar, blinking back tears of joy as his glowing bride walks down the aisle toward him. He'll give her a fist bump instead of kissing her while his groomsmen rev their sports car engines outside in celebration. He might not even go for the kiss because it'll be a moment that's too soft and mushy for him, and our top G is anything but soft. Of course, Tate would still insist on an ironclad prenup. No way he is letting any woman get her hands on his cash. Maybe he'll make her sign a contract too, promising she'll have a home-cooked meal ready for him every night at 6 p.m. sharp. He might also want all his dishes and house nice and tidy. In short, he would want a woman who's there to serve him like a married slave. This is definitely one of the wet dreams of every patriarch or misogynist. Joking aside, it is sort of nice to get a glimpse of this hidden romantic side of Tate. As much as he pretends to be this calculated, emotionless player, perhaps deep down, he wants the same thing we all do: love, companionship, and someone to share his life and dreams with. Even though he has a controversial and problematic personality, maybe all he needs to get out of this man and live like a normal, respectful guy is a woman who could marry him, fix him, make him a better person, and settle down. But let's be real, Tate has a long way to go before he is able to be husband material. For starters, he's currently under house arrest in Romania for allegations of human trafficking and sexual assault. That's probably going to make it a little hard to find a wife. Just a thought. Also, as we mentioned previously, he is against the idea of exclusivity. He believes that men should be allowed to marry multiple women, and now that he is following Islam, a religion that allows Muslims to do 4 marriages, maybe Andrew Tate would sign up for that. In fact, he might have just converted to Islam because of this. You never know. On top of that, Tate would need some serious therapy to unpack all of his emotionally toxic views about women before he could have anything resembling a healthy relationship. We're talking about deconstructing years of deeply rooted misogyny here, folks, not exactly a quick fix. Also, while a woman can help a man like Tate become a better, more respectful human, it's not her responsibility. We really don't want a woman to get trapped in a marriage with a guy like Tate who has such a demeaning, disgraceful, and insulting stance regarding women. If he wants a good woman in his life, Tate has to become a good man who respects women, ensures exclusivity, and disowns his previous controversial statements regarding women. Even if he manages to change himself a little bit, we'll see this as a massive improvement. Hopefully, people will hate him a lot less. Now, the question is what might have caused Tate to think in that manner. The guy who has always been against commitment, women, and marriages can't really think of marrying all of a sudden, right? Well, maybe his time under house arrest will give Tate a chance for reflection, and he'll emerge an enlightened feminist ready for true love. It's a long shot, but crazier things have happened. However this plays out though, you know our boy will be staying on top of all the juicy developments. I'll be sure to keep you updated on any progress in Tate's search for love and self-improvement. While he might actually be secretly in love with someone, he is still the misogynistic, controversial Andrew Tate who always gets himself into trouble with the law and on social media. So the controversies won't stop, the conflicts won't stop, and Tate's legal troubles aren't ending anytime soon, as there is always a new twist in his story that we will be covering regularly on our channel. What kind of partner do you think would put up with Tate's antics? Should we set up a Tinder profile for him? Also, here's a fun question. Which celebrity do you think would make a great couple with the top G? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if Tate ever does decide to take the plunge into marriage, you know I'm going to be there to film a savage wedding reaction video. Fingers crossed, he decides to include some crazy details like arriving at the ceremony in a helicopter or having his groomsmen recreate a UFC match. Alright, that's all for today, you beautiful internet people. Thanks for tuning in to another bonkers video dissecting the latest Andrew Tate gossip. Stay tuned for more piping hot tea, and remember to subscribe so you're the first to know when Tate finally meets his match. Papa bless.